Welcome to the How to Fix Skinny Fat, the complete solution. Yes, we're going to go over workouts and diet, but not just these surface level struggles. We're going to go over the exact reasons why you're stuck spinning your wheels year after year. So you might be facing these battles every single day. You're not sure how much you should eat. You don't know what workouts you need to do. You're constantly on a motivation roller coaster. You're feeling lazy. You're not being able to be consistent. You deal with cravings and binges, and you just feel like there's not enough time in the day. Don't worry though, here's proof that you can, number one, escape the skinny fat look and also get jacked, all right? For example, myself, right? I lost 20 pounds in 16 weeks going from this to this, working full time and studying nutrition 20 hours a week. So, what? That's like 60 plus hours of work every single week, but I still managed to work out 5 times a week and do cardio. And now I'm able to wear white shirts. I wasn't able to do that before because my man boobs always stuck out. And now I help manage cheap transformations like this full time. Yay. All right. Another one of my clients, Marcelo, he's a rock star who lost 26 pounds in 16 weeks, running his business full time, studying for his doctorate, working out 3 times a week, and running twice a week. Now he's energized throughout the day. Like my client, Nick, while studying full time for his master's, right? Look at the love handles literally disappear. This was only in 6 weeks. 6 weeks. All right. And he's still able to work out 4 times a week. And now he's unrecognizable to friends and family for his transformation. And lastly, my OG guy, Seb, who lost 10 pounds in 8 weeks, and now his clothes fit perfectly and is confident taking his shirt off without a second thought. Not to mention working a full-time engineering job at least 40 to 50 to 60 hours a week because he did have class on top of that. So what you have been told has been failing you. All right. Eat less, move more. Not exactly accurate, right? It's generic advice that destroys your metabolism, your activity, and your lifestyle, right? If you go too aggressive with your cut, all right, you're going to crash, you're going to binge, and you're going to quit. But if you're too relaxed and not tracking your calories, you're not going to see results and you're going to lose hope and your motivation is just going to go away. The truth is, man, without structure and precision, you're always going to fail. So, first of all, let's go into nutrition, all right? You need to be precise with your eating. Do not guess how many calories you eat every day. Click this link or search it up, right? Paste it, whatever, tdeecalculator.net and punch in your info. It's going to tell you how many calories you need to eat every single day to lose 1 pound of body fat every single week. And then if you plateau, then you can just lower the calories or increase the cardio. But this is going to be a great start. Plug this in, get your maintenance calories, and from there, subtract 500 to lose 1 pound of fat per week. Next, protein. I was on a call earlier today where he didn't know how much protein to eat. So guess what? 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Yes, that rule still holds true. It's going to make sure you stay full, keep your muscle, and keep your cravings in check. When it comes to meals, you need 3 to 4 staple meals that are simple. These can be plug and play things, right? Like maybe your favorite foods like Asian cuisine, Mexican cuisine, Italian cuisine. A simple one I can think of off the top of my head is a Greek yogurt bowl for breakfast with protein powder, chicken thigh, rice, and some sauce for lunch, and then ground beef, potatoes, and broccoli for dinner time. All right. And lastly, in order to manage calories on the weekend and still have a social life, you need to do calorie banking, which will allow you to enjoy nights without the guilt. So, what does that look like? Basically, once you know your calories from here, just subtract 100 calories from your current deficit of 500 if you need to save up calories for the weekend, aka just eat a little less throughout the week to have more calories on the weekend. Next up, let's go into your workouts. All right. All you need is 3 to 4 structured workouts a week. All of these guys worked out, besides me, because I love to work out. These guys, my clients, worked out 3 to 4 times a week and saw the exact same results I'm going to teach you how to do. You're focused to lose the skinny fat look should be your chest, shoulders, arms, and back, which is going to fix your skinny fat silhouette because mostly it is an upper body thing. Next, you're going to need progressive overload. If you do not get stronger every week, you're not going to be able to change the way you look. Third, do cardio the right way. All you need to do is shoot for 10K steps a day, maybe do some incline walking on the treadmill, maybe, all right, but at least just shoot for your 10K steps a day. All right. And if you're not even at 10K steps right now, or maybe you're getting 7K right now, then you can go to 10K. If you're only doing 3K, start shooting for 6K, 7K. And lastly, your workout should only be 45 minutes max. All right. You don't really need longer than that at all. So you can literally just steal the split right now. Let me zoom out so you can screenshot this. There we go. This is literally the 3-day workout split. All right. Day 1, focusing on strength. Second, on hypertrophy. And then third is going to be volume. So you'll notice that it's a 3-day workout split. Every single day is different so that you're challenging your muscles in different ways using different exercises. So screenshot this and do it your next week of workouts. Simple. Next up, let's get into how to progress so you actually look better week after week. So you're going to start at the low end of your rep range, right? Let's say Romanian deadlift, 3 times 8 to 10. You're going to start with 8 reps, all right? Once you can complete all sets for 8 reps, the next week you're going to try to do 9 reps and then 10 reps, all right? So once you can complete all sets on the high end, say 3 sets of 10 reps of Romanian deadlifts with good form, then you're going to add weight next session, all right? Focus on just smaller jumps like 2.5 to 5 pounds for upper body, 5 to 10 pounds for lower body. Make sure to track every single lift in a logbook. This can just be in your notes or it could be in Google Sheets, all right? It can even be on a piece of paper. And if you stall, all right, you can reload the weight, reduce the weight by 10 to 15%. Then you're going to build back up to make sure that you're always making progress. So 3 efficient sessions is all you need. I do like to combine those with, 10 to 20 minutes on the incline treadmill after every session, just to burn more calories. Now we need to go into discipline instead of motivation. I talk to so many guys who say they struggle with discipline. They struggle with feeling motivated. You need to have a system to always feel motivated. So let's see how to do that. All right. Number 1, your morning routine, right? Non-negotiables. This could be something that will build your discipline up, like maybe a cold shower, maybe it's reading, maybe it's just making your bed, right? Having something that you check off no matter what, no matter how you feel. Because if you can put in work, regardless of how you feel, that's discipline, not motivation. Second, environment design, right? If you, for example, when it comes to just snacking all the time, get those snacks out of the house. You're not going to have to rely on motivation. All right. This is a decision you make once. You make the decision to throw all the snacks away. That decision is going to be such a high ROI decision because now you don't always have to just walk in your kitchen and see a bunch of snacks. So fix your environment, clean up your desk space. All right. Clean up your kitchen to make sure you don't have all these foods. And that's going to help you just stay more disciplined. All right. You're not going to have to rely on motivation every time you walk into the kitchen because you're not even going to have snacks in the fridge. Third, external accountability. Now, of course, now, of course, now, of course, my clients, right? They work with me. I check in with them. I check in with them every single day. But what you can also do, right, is simply tell a friend, hey, friend, I'm looking to be more consistent, more disciplined. I want you to check in with me every single day. Text me every single day, or you can text them. Literally start a streak in messages where it's like day 1 workout, day 1, day 2 workout, day 3, whatever it is, right? Get a friend to call you if you need someone to help you stay consistent, right? Tell your family that you're looking to be more disciplined with your nutrition, with your training, and have them keep you accountable. All right. Sometimes we don't have the best support system. Like some of my clients did not have the best support system, which is why they did hire me as a coach. And lastly, your internal shift. All right. You need to tell yourself on a continual basis and fix your mindset of speaking. Maybe you keep telling yourself, oh, I don't feel motivated. You need to switch that way of thinking and tell yourself, no, even though I'm not feeling motivated, I am a disciplined person and I'm going to show up to the gym regardless. Not going to cheat on my diet. I'm going to be disciplined. All right. You don't need motivation and you need to stop relying on motivation. What you need to do instead is rely on discipline. Now, how to break the lazy spiral. All right. Laziness is not real. Maybe you're either tired, you don't know what to do, and you don't have a reward system, right? If you don't know what to do in the gym, of course you're like, I don't really know if I want to go today because you don't know what to do. But if you had the exact structure laid out, your whole day was planned out. Okay, 3 to 4, I'm gonna go to the gym. 5 to 6, I'm gonna make dinner and I'm gonna meal prep. If you knew exactly what you need to do, right, then that's gonna give you that's gonna give you the clarity that you need. All right. And of course, you can have results with this, right? Maybe after you hit the gym, you can reward yourself with buying yourself maybe a new piece of clothing, right? Because you're actually going to be fitting your clothes better if you go to the gym. Another thing is energy management. If you're tired, right, you need to dial in your sleep, your hydration, and your protein timing. Mainly sleep and hydration. Get your 8 to 9 hours every day. Always have water nearby to make sure you're hydrated. And again, protein timing, split your protein out throughout the day to make sure that you are staying full and not just, always hungry all the time. Second, again, clarity. Know exactly what meals you're going to eat. Know exactly what you're going to do in the gym. Again, this split. You know exactly what to do in the gym. So there you go. Solve that problem. And lastly, micro wins, right? Have a little daily habit checklist that will build momentum, right? Every time you go to the gym, every time you hit your 10K steps, right? Have that piece of paper like up on your wall and check it off, because that's going to be building that motivation. Next up, we need to manage cravings and hunger. All right. Simple fix, eat more protein, right? 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. If you're already somehow doing that, get more. Okay. There really is not a limit of how much you need to get. Maybe 1.2 grams of protein per pound of body weight can be something you shoot for if you really deal with cravings, just because protein does fill you up. All right. Next up, have smart swaps. All right. When you have a craving, go to a 0-calorie drink, choose fruit over junk food, and high volume veggies to fill you up. Right. Every time I have a sweet tooth, I drink a 0-calorie drink because it is 0 calories and it satisfies my sweet tooth. All right. Even I deal with cravings sometimes, but the difference is I don't give in. All right. Third is killing binge cycles. All right. You need to basically kill any urges you have to binge. So again, get these foods out of your house. Don't put yourself in places where you're going to binge, and be very mindful, right, with your eating, and be aware. Do some meditation every single morning to help you realize, okay, right now I have the cravings to go in and just eat a bunch of food. All right. What you need to do is just practice mindfulness, practice meditation, which is going to help you deal with your cravings and be mindful of the thoughts that you don't need to listen to coming up. And lastly, have a emergency craving protocol. When it's evening, right? We get home from work, we're exhausted, we get home from the gym, and all we want to do is eat food because we seek comfort, because we're stressed, right? We have a lot of stuff on our plate. You need to have something that will actually reroute you and not make your immediate thought go to food. All right. So maybe that is going for a walk, watching your favorite movie, or calling a friend. Using things like this have helped me, but also a ton of my clients actually stop binge eating because we were able to manage our stress and actually find ways to de-stress in a different way besides going to food. So these are your weekly non-negotiables. 3 to 4 workouts, 45 minutes each, 60 meals, 60 minutes of meal prep on a Sunday, maybe on a Wednesday as well to prep the next couple of days. Have 3 to 4, go to safe takeout orders that you can get at any restaurant, so you know exactly what to get when you're at a restaurant. And then when you're traveling for work, if you do that, or traveling whenever, right? Portable snacks that swaps that fit in your backpack, like protein bars and beef jerky. Always have these in the house. All right. Always have these in the house or in your car. All right. So now your schedule is no longer an excuse. It's actually the way you stay disciplined. And what happens once you escape the skinny fat cycle, right? You feel confident with your clothing. You are sharper at work. You're more disciplined. You're better mentally. You don't deal with procrastination, and you have momentum in different areas of life. Your relationship will become better with your friends, your family, and of course, your significant other, and you won't experience midday crashes anymore. So you'll be able to grind all throughout your day. All right. So have this identity shift. No longer think that you're stuck, you're inconsistent, or frustrated, right? Because words do have meaning. What I want you from now on to say is tell yourself that you are disciplined. You're a disciplined man. You are fit. You are confident, and you are respected. All right. You're not just changing the way you look, like you are building a value man. All right. So this is what we recap today: eating, training, discipline, cravings, and a busy proof lifestyle. And I guarantee, man, if you do all these things, I guarantee that you will have a much better life. All right. So pick what you need to implement from this guide. Pick the biggest thing that you're struggling with and start implementing immediately after watching this video. Not tomorrow, immediately. Maybe that's going to the grocery store. Maybe that is copying that gym workout and going to the gym. Maybe that is meal prepping. All right. Now, lastly, I want you to picture yourself this. Picture yourself in 6 months. Picture yourself on the beach. Your clothes are fitting perfectly. Maybe you don't even have a shirt on because you don't need to second guess yourself, right? You walk into that work meeting confident, right? When people look at you, you actually feel confident with that. You feel okay with that. You feel proud of yourself, right? Imagine people noticing the work that you put into your physique, and notice now that you are unstoppable because you built your own physique and you made this happen, right? Not luck, not hacks, your hard work using everything we went over today. So I know that this does seem like a lot to implement. And the truth is, it is. And if you want my help implementing all of this into your already busy life, click the link below to apply for coaching, and I'll see if you qualify, and I'll see if I can help. Apart from that, thank you for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.